Hello. This video is to kind of go over as many questions as I possibly can. If I have to break this up into a couple of videos, I'll do so. But for this particular theme, the gala theme, there are a few things that needed to be changed and looked at. It does take a little bit of time to learn this one. This one is a little bit more complex than the rest of them, so I'll kind of hit each point and question as you had them. So one of the first things that came to mind that I wanted to look for was the logo. So that can be found in theme options, general settings, and custom logos. So from here, you just have to make sure that your logo is already made. And what you do is you'll just simply drop it in here. What I would suggest doing is making sure that you appropriately size the logo for here, and inside the email I'll go ahead and kind of give you a roundabout size that you should have. One of the next things that I was able to go over and find for you was the fact that this part wasn't loading properly here. The reason for that was because there were 3 other sliders here. I'll go ahead and show you which ones they were. I went ahead and deactivated them. There was a Qt slider WP and Revolution slider. For some reason they were conflicting, more than likely in the JavaScript, with the main one, which was the layer slider WP. So it does work properly, just needed to have those deactivated. Another thing about this, the layer slider can only be seen on the home page once you've chosen the effective slide for it with an ID, and that's a roundabout way of saying, so essentially you're going to want to go into layer slider WP, create your layer slider, or whichever one it is that you want. Go ahead and create it. Take note that there is a shortcode here, because there is a second way that you can use the layer slider, but not for the home page. If you want to have a layer slider on a different page, there's a different way for doing that, so I'll show you that in a second. But once you do that, you're then going to want to go to I believe it's theme options and slideshow ID. So once again, go back into here, and there's an ID number for each one. So they're there. Go into theme options. After you've created it, just select the number that you want, whatever it be, and go from there. Of course, there are different ones that you can use. Make sure that when you do select it, you do save. You do need to save it. That's very important. You can, however, add a different slider. So for example, we're on the home page right now, it's lit up in green, and there's a slider that's there by default. So I created a page here, and I was able to embed a slider, as you can see, in between text. So if that's something you want to do, then that's totally fine. It's totally acceptable. You can do it however you want. But I was able to do that by going into here, going into the pages, making my own page, adding the text, and then adding the slider ID. Now what you notice is that there is a space in between here, because this did overlap into this, so just feel free to go ahead and hit the enter key to give yourself a bit more space in there, and I used a default template in order to make that happen. It looks like I'm about to run low on time here. I'll see if I can fit in one more thing. Let's see, the blog item. I removed it out of here. So there was home, raising black soldier flies, and then blog. When you clicked on blog, it took you to the same place as running clumping bamboo. For some reason, it just was. If you actually looked at the URL, it was the same exact thing. So I just merely removed it from the menus. So I just went into here and just clicked to remove, and it was gone because I did not see it located anywhere in here. There was an item. It was probably created by the WooCommerce element that when it was installed, so that's totally fine. There's no problem with that. I'm going to create a second video and add it onto this to answer the rest of the questions.